They won't beef with us while we beefing up.
I don't even know how to start this thing, right? This is the first of many and the many of firsts. Welcome to Nothing Special, guys, where I'm no one special and this this is about nothing special. Um but yeah, I got fucking talking into a mic, right? Like just for what? I guess I'll do 30 minutes. Well, who knows? Um Recently I've been coming to terms that I'm not who I was before. I'm about to be 30 years old. Your boy turns 30 on October 1st. But yeah, I was a really big gamer. I I I had dreams and aspirations of going pro in Halo or going pro in Fortnite. I'm 30, so that's where I was. I played video games for pretty much my entire life, and it's kind of crazy like getting finally getting a big boy job this year, earlier in January, and I've lost interest in a lot of like things that I wanted to do when I was younger. I feel like 27, 28, 29 were really rough for me. Just career wise. I mean, I know people out there have it much worse, but just mentally, like mentally exhausting, mentally challenging. I switched jobs 3 times in 3 years. I, worked for my parents for maybe like 7, 8 years. And then once they decided to kind of, sell the business, I worked for somebody else. It was mid. Then I worked for another person for a year and a half. And that was, the people were awesome. The pay was fucking terrible, like awful. And then I finally got a good job. But my whole goal was to get a job where I can game, where I can make music, where I can learn how to do all these hobbies and these interests of mine. But I was doing that when I was at my job with my parents. I was doing it the job that sucked. But now I finally have the job that I want. And it pays pretty well. But I don't want to fucking play video games anymore. I don't know. I lost a lot of those things. So it's like I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to see what interests me now. I'm, 30, so I'm basically 30. I'll be 30 in 2 months. Less than 2 months, which is crazy to me. Um but it's 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 realizing that you're getting older and realizing that you're not the same person that you used to be, like I said before. So it's, man, this podcasting shit is hard. I give y'all credit. Talking to a camera by yourself is a skill, and honestly, it's just something that needs to be practiced. If I could talk to a camera by myself, maybe, it'll help me talk to other people in real life, even though that's literally my job, is talking to other people in real life. Salesperson, basically. But it sucks, man. So I'm really trying to find new outlets and new things that like interest me at this age and at this point in my life. I don't want to become pro anymore. I spent so much time trying to be a professional, gamer, that I kind of lost sight of a bunch of other things that I wanted to do. Um, and when you want to be a professional gamer, you have to really dedicate and devote all your time to doing that, which I did that. I did it. I gave 100%. I gave 100% for, I would say, 3 to 5 years. And when there's no rewards for doing that, then it's like, okay, let's let's take a back step. And that was really hard. That was like when I was 27, 28. Really, actually, I lied. That was literally in January. It's August right now of 2025. That was in January. It was really taking a step back. But 27, 2028 is like when I really started to like be like, okay, if I don't make it right now and if I don't do this, then I have to, find something else. And I did. Now we're here. I do make music on the side just as a hobby. It's okay, but I just use it like as another creative outlet. Which, I encourage everybody to do. It's like fuck. It's like fuck whatever anyone else says about your music. Fuck what anybody else says about, oh, you're not going to be a video game professional. Fuck what anybody else says about, oh, you want to start a podcast? That's so fucking stupid. Like, what? It's like, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. And once you understand that it's for yourself and you're not trying to impress anybody, then honestly, I think that's an even greater reward. Like, just fucking booting up this camera and talking into this mic is like a big step. Another thing is like, just recognize that you have to try these things, right? You have to try to be a professional gamer. You have to try, if that's what you want to do, to be a streamer. These are things that I want to do. You have to try and be a musician, which is like things that I've tried and I've wanted to do. But you have to try it and you have to fail to really figure out what you want to do. You have to fail or you succeed, right? But you have to make sure you give 100%. I gave 100% to becoming a professional gamer. It didn't work out, so you have to, all right, let me find a different outlet. Like with streaming, I would stream, but my focus wasn't on streaming. It was on being a pro, So my stream sucked because I would stream me playing, not talking to chat, not uploading to YouTube, not making fun videos. It was like being a streamer and being a professional gamer are two completely different things. Yes, you can become a professional gamer and then in turn, your stream numbers will go up, which is what I thought. That was the goal, the route that I wanted to take. But the other route is just being cool, fun to play with, making video games fun, being competitive at times, but not taking the game too seriously. And that's where I fucked up, because once you're a professional gamer, that's literally like a job and you're stressed and, it takes a lot of mental capacity to do those things. So now that I have time to like do all this shit, my interests are not there anymore. So I said, you know what? I do listen to a ton of podcasts. I would love to do a podcast. I love speaking into the ether. I love speaking what's on my mind. So let me just do it. And I don't execute a lot. And that's a problem, right? This is like therapy, honestly. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's like therapy when it's one-on-one with a mic. I don't even know what the next I guess episode, right, would be like. It's so silly to think about it as episodes. But yeah, I'm just talking into the mic and just doing some stream of consciousness bullshit that I'm just talking about whatever comes to my mind. And honestly, this has been on my mind for the past week and I needed to get it off my chest and I didn't know how else to do it. So it's finding the right avenues of where you want to put your energy and your creativity and your hobbies and all this shit. And realizing that after you've tried and you give 100% in certain areas, to maybe find something else. And that's the hardest part, is like, I could still be doing that, and it would be an endless cycle like it was for like a decade or so. But I think I finally like came to realize is like, I don't want to do this. It was nice at the time and it was a good idea at the time, but I'm 30. I have, a girlfriend that I've been with for 9 years that I'm going to marry 100%, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her. And while I was playing games and streaming, I didn't dedicate enough time to her. So these past 9 months, I've been, dedicating a lot more time to her, spending a lot more time with her, and I can see the change in the dynamic of our relationship, and that's something that I want to keep. So these things have to stay as hobbies. Do these things on the side, and make sure that even though I am changing as a person, that I'm not losing who I was. So I just want people to kind of take this and learn from my experiences, even though it's extremely hard to learn from other people's experiences. And I want them to kind of take it into their own, because I know I'm not the only person like trying to do things, not succeeding. I feel like that's the majority of people. We see all these successful people and we're like, oh, so many people are doing it, but that's the minority. The majority of people are evidently like me, like everybody else. Like, it's super common and it's okay, but it's realizing when to stop and when to change direction and when to change course. And when you're changing course, there's going to be a lot of lessons that are learned. There's going to be fucking mental barriers and obstacles and financial barriers and obstacles that you're going to have to overcome. But once you do that, I feel like you get into a position, which is where I feel like I'm at right now, where I can make decisions for myself, and they're actually like more, they cause less anxiety. They are a little bit more reliable. My head was really in the clouds and I was really indecisive about a lot of things, but now I can make decisions a lot better. And you know, I do miss that, the head being in the clouds, because it's like this ignorance is bliss kind of mentality. But you have to sometimes bring it back down to reality. So you have to, it's this perfect balance of between the two. So I've been living in reality for the past like 6 to 8 months with my new job, and don't get me wrong, I love my job. I do. It's amazing. It's probably, I'm gonna stay here for a very long time. uh, but I do see myself losing part of who I was, and I want to kind of get back to those roots. And doing this podcast bullshit actually is another way of me doing that. And it's super simple. I just, if there's something I want to talk about, we'll talk about. I'll have some friends on. Maybe I'll have some, play some games on it. Maybe I'll do like a DJing session or music. I just really want to use it as a creative outlet, and I want to encourage everybody else to do the same. And just hit the record button, man. It feels good. It feels really good doing this. It's something that I've missed, and it's something that I haven't done in a while. I don't want to delve back into video games like just yet, uh because I know it can be a slippery slope. I've only stopped playing, like really hard stopped playing, since April, so it's only been 4 months, but I was decreasing from January how much I was playing. It's just, that's nuts that I was, it's crazy. Time moves slower too, man. When you're not playing the fucking game every day, time moves slow. Oh, I miss it. I want to do it, but I really need to get the. I like the competitiveness that I have for a lot of things, but it's not healthy when I take it to another level, and I just do like fucking 10-hour gaming sessions by myself, trying to rank up. And it's like, what could I have really done in those 10 hours? How how could I have used my time better? And that's what this whole thing's about. So I've just started talking to a mic. It's only been 15 minutes. I think I'm good with like things to say and things I want to say. um but this is going to be a much longer journey. I just wanted to do something light and get something out there for the first one. So hopefully I know nobody's gonna listen to this, but if you're listening out there in the fucking ether, just know that if you want to succeed and you want to do something and everybody's telling you no, go at it 100%. And if it happens, fucking amazing. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. But don't lose yourself when you're trying to figure out, something new. You find that something new, you make it work, and then you can always go back to it. Go back to what you were doing and maybe take it a little bit less seriously and just enjoy it for what it is and stop trying to make it a job. A lot of people try to make these hobbies and these love for things a job, and it is cool. It is, trust me, I want to do that, but right now it's not like I'm in love with podcasting. I'm enjoying it right now. It's like it doesn't feel like a job yet. If in a year, let's say if I'm actually consistent for a year, which is fucking rare, like consistency is the hardest thing. If I could pump 1 or 2 of these out a week, I'd be happy. But if I do this for a year, like I still have to treat it like this, like this is super, in the beginning, everything is wholesome. Everything is like, oh, I want to do this. You're excited about everything in the beginning. And then slowly but surely you start like teetering off if you're looking at the numbers, this and that. The cool thing about this podcast and why I wanted to do it is because I'm not taking it seriously whatsoever. And I'm going to use it as an outlet to just say what's on my mind when I have things to say, when I'm thinking about things. And I want to hang out with the boys. It's not podcasting used to be so fucking chill. It used to be so chill, but now it's so like, what's the word? It's like set up. There's a lot of like, there's some that are way too professionally, dealt with. And then all the podcasts that I really like, or I used to like, now they're getting a little bit too political. I'm not going to name, any podcasts, but, it's just, I just want to fucking listen, chill, laugh, not take anything seriously, and take my mind off of the day, take my mind off of all the stresses, take my mind off of work. I don't want to listen to a podcast like I'm listening to the news. I want to listen to a podcast like I have my boys in the car and I'm just listening. I'm sitting in the back and they're all, cracking jokes and all this shit. Like, I just feel like there's a far and few between. If you guys have any recs, you let me know. There's definitely like 3 that I always go to that, 3 or 4 that always keep me pretty good. And then the ad reads suck. It's like, damn, man, it's just shit ain't like it used to be. Feel like, fucking grandpa, but it's, it's not. It's like back in my day. It's like, yeah, actually fucking back in my day. Like back in my day, we didn't have iPhones. Back in my day, we didn't have, fucking, what the fuck? 4K monitors. Back in my day, we didn't have no fucking GeForce RTX NVIDIA like 480 Ti. We had to. Let me stop. But yeah, man, this is all about getting older. I think this is gonna be a new chapter in my life. Hopefully, I'm consistent with this bullshit, and hopefully we can, make something work. But yeah, man. I'll catch you guys next time on another episode of Nothing Special. How long was that? 20 minutes? That was pretty good.